What it do, my people? Thank you for choosing Total Payout Podcast. Chilling with your host, Trouble. Today's date, May 11, 2026. Got two games on deck. We got Detroit versus Cleveland. Detroit up 2-1 in that series. And we got the Lakers versus the Thunder. Thunder up 3-0 in that series. Some great games on deck, man. Obviously, we got us looking at a sweep. And then we got Cleveland trying to get back in this series. Detroit with a chance to put a stranglehold in this series going back home. With a chance to go up 3-1, or Cleveland can tie it up 2-2. Let's go ahead and handicap these games and see what we come up with. Now Detroit, like I say, up 2-1, head-to-head last 10 between Cleveland and Detroit. 5-5 straight up last 10, 5-5 against the spread last 10, and the under is 3-7 last 10. Now Detroit 4-1 against the spread last 5. Detroit 1-4 against the spread last 5 away from home. 1-11 straight up last 11 away versus Cleveland, and 4-2 against the spread last 6 in May. Last 6 in May, and 24-21 against the spread away from home overall. Now Cleveland is 2-6 against the spread last 8, 9-0 straight up last 9 at home, 7-13 against the spread last 20 away versus the Eastern Conference, and they're 1-5 against the spread last 5 versus Central, and then they're 20-25-1 against the spread at home overall. Now my personal line in this game, I got it as a pick. Cleveland opened up -3.5 again. I do expect Cleveland probably to go to a 4 based on how the last game looked, but then again, the zigzag theory is live in this game. It's kind of tough because at the end of the day, Detroit dominated Cleveland. Looking at that game, watching that game, going back and watching it, Cleveland probably was up 20 points, almost 20 at halftime, up multiple times in this game, double digits, and Detroit climbed back multiple times. Almost took the lead. If they didn't take the lead, can't exactly go map and brain out right now. But at the same time, I just look at Cleveland collapsing in those moments and not just strangleholding this game. Shows me that Detroit has a little bit of oomph on the road in this series, not too much in the Orlando series. What we looking for is a Jalen Duren sighting, man. I don't know. He's shrinking in the playoffs at this point. He's getting outplayed by, to me, his bigs off the bench. Obviously, he's playing more minutes, so his you can get an 8 and an 8 out of him, maybe a 9 and a 9, 9.9 rebounds. But this is a dude averaging 8 and 9, 8 and 10, almost a double a game, 18 and 10. So he's not. I don't think he reached 20 points yet in the playoffs. I think his best game was Game 7 versus Orlando, where he had double-digit points and rebounds. But for the most part, he's been shrinking in these series. Period. And in order for Detroit to win a game on the road, or this is going to be another Game 7 series for Detroit, they needed Jalen Duren dominant, 20 and 10, 35 minutes a game, couple blocks, holding Jared Allen under 15. They need that game, because if they don't get that game from him, especially on the road, it's going to be a 7-game series. And at one point in time, somebody has to win a road game. And if you're not going to win the road game, the other team going to have a chance to win the road game in the Game 7. So I expect Jalen Duren to show up. I don't know if it's his game, but I'm going to go ahead and roll with Detroit plus 3.5 to try to give it they all to take a stranglehold of this series and go up 3-1. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of a money line on Detroit. We need the bench to show up. We need Dennis Jenkins to show up. We need Isaiah Stewart to show up on defense. We need Duncan Robinson to keep probing, keep doing what he's doing, shooting the 3, getting to the bucket. We need Tobias Harris to keep putting it up. But what we really 100% need is Jalen Duren to show up. Jalen Duren shows up, Detroit got this in the bag. I don't know if we get James Harden to do what he did last game. We know that's inconsistent. Donovan Mitchell hasn't been the best in this playoffs, and especially in this series, he's been up and down. He had a great game last game, but we know we got multiple guards on the wing that can tame that. Evan Mobley, he's all right. He's doing good, especially on the defensive end. He may be the reason why you're getting Jalen Duren not to be as dominant as he should, because he's not getting, he has pretty much double team. But Tobias Harris having a career playoff, so pick or choose whichever one you want to chop it up with. We need Jalen Duren to show up to be the difference in this game. If Jalen Duren shows up and gives us at the most 15 and 10, I think that's good enough to get this win. If K does what he does, Tobias shows up, we get that 20 to 25 point bench production, and Duncan give us the timely threes. I think Detroit could pull this out on the money line, but we're gonna take the plus 3.5 just to be safe. They're giving us 3.5. We're gonna take it. Now the second game we're gonna take a look at, obviously big bag OKC against the Lakers. OKC looking for the sweep. Very well might happen based on the way these series is looking. OKC's not even playing at their best right now. Shea's not playing at his best, and they're still smoking the Lakers. Only playing in the second half. The Lakers have pretty much led 2 out of the 3 games at halftime, and still hasn't covered a big spread. So let's take a look at this to see if we can get either the OKC go ahead and sweep with the cover sweep as well, or the Lakers at least cover a game. Not, we don't expect them to win, but at least cover one game. Now, head-to-head last 10, OKC 9-1 straight up last 10, OKC 9-1 against the spread last 10, and the total is 5-5 last 10. Now, OKC 4-1 against the spread last 5, OKC 8-0 against the spread last 8 versus the Lakers, and they're 7-0 straight up last 7, 22-21 against the spread against the spread away from home overall. Now, the Lakers are 1-5 against the spread last 6, 1-5 straight up last 6, 1-4 against the spread last 5 versus OKC, 1-4 against the spread last 5 versus the Western Conference, but they're 27-18 against the spread at home overall. Now, my personal line has OKC -4. Vegas opened up OKC -11, so they tacked on an extra 2 points based on that OKC second half cover. Third quarter cover pretty much. Third quarter pretty much is what's been this series. Lakers halftime lead, third quarter get blown out. Now this game right here, man, is just one of them ones you gotta close your eyes, going to the betting window, logging into the app, whatever which way you make that bet, man. I don't want to do the comparison theory. I don't want to do anything of that. But if Phoenix can cover 2 spreads against OKC, albeit probably 17 plus points. But that being said, if they can cover 2 games, the Lakers got to at least give me 1 cover. I've been taking OKC this series, the games I put up. I haven't taken the Lakers in this series yet because I just don't trust them. Without Luka, they don't have the firepower, and the defense is suspect. They really only have 1, maybe 2 great defenders, Marcus Smart, and you got Rui out there, but then again, you probably only got Marcus Smart. So it's kind of tough for me to trust the Lakers, seeing that OKC just bottom shooters, hitting everything. They're getting to the bucket. They cannot stop Chet Holmgren. He might average 20 and 10 in this series. Isaiah Hartenstein just probing to the middle, throwing the oop to Chet, kicking to the 3. Lakers don't have that. They pretty much just got LeBron out there. DeAndre Ayton's a no-show. He should be a minimum player, but he probably gonna get a good 15 plus from some suspect team out there willing to give him a chance. Probably more than that. He doesn't deserve more than 15 plus, but he's probably gonna get 25 plus based on the fact he's a big man, and it's there's teams out there that'll pay people just because they size. So it's tough. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a flyer on the Lakers to cover 1 game this series. I mean, like I said, they've been leading 2 out of the 3 games this series at halftime. That can be just fool's gold based on Thunder not caring, knowing they can only have to play a half of a game to beat the Lakers. And that could very well be the case. So I do believe that is the case, that the Thunder, only they in their bones, in their mind, in their heart, in their basketball, whatever, they feel like they only need to play a half of a game to beat the Lakers. They don't have to play a full entire game, and that'll be probably a good quarter against the Lakers, and they can beat the Lakers no matter what. The problem is that out in the betting world, we're dealing with numbers, and at some point in time, that mentality is going to strike them. So unless the Thunder come out and punch the Lakers in the mouth, this game 4, I expect the Lakers to fight to the death. This is their last game of the season. Who knows what next season will look like for the Lakers? Obviously, we've been hearing the rumblings of LeBron. LeBron is on a year-to-year, and he's not signing these extensions in the middle of the season. He's dragging it out. Austin Reeves is due. I've been hearing a lot of trade rumors for him. His playoff is not looking good. He wants that max, and obviously we know he's not worth that. He's not on that level of that 240, 260 for 5 years. That's not, it's not going to be feasible for the Lakers. He's going to have to come up off that. Smart money tells me, dumb money tells me the Lakers throw the money at him because it's a fan favorite. Smart money says trade him and get you some nice little wings, some real, decent wings, and some players that can actually really contribute with Luka, because we know that Luka's the long term, not Austin. So if you're committing to 240 to 260 to Austin, it's just gonna hamper what you're trying to do with Luka. If they give that money to Austin, I don't trust the Lakers' mental brass up top that they understand what they're telling us they're doing and what they're showing us they're doing. So if you give that money to Austin, you're pretty much telling us Luka doesn't get a bona fide great big man and some wings to do what he does. It is what it is, you know. So give me the Lakers plus the 11 to fight for this season, fight for LeBron James, fight to, at least get one more game out of LeBron. Because, like I say, this could very well be a retirement, or this could very well be LeBron signing another 1 year deal, maybe a one with an option, or this could very well be LeBron looking for greener pastures, or at least, I don't see it happening based on LeBron being in LA. Family pretty much establishing itself in LA. LeBron establishes himself in LA. I don't see LeBron giving that up to chase a ring. He's been that person in a sense, but to be the third or fourth string on the team at 42 years old, it's not. LeBron fulfilled his career. Um, so I do expect LeBron James to be a Laker or retire. I don't expect LeBron to move his family across the world. I don't expect LeBron to leave his wife in LA to go to play for another team just to play basketball. He's in LA. If LA doesn't, he might have to take a pay cut. But it is what it is. I do expect LeBron James to be there. The question is Austin Reeves. Is Austin Reeves going to be there? I don't expect DeAndre Ayton to be there. I do expect them to have the core little nucleus of LeBron, Luka, Marcus Smart. I expect those couple players, Rui. I expect those players, Jared Vanderbilt. I don't know what's going on with him, but I expect those players to be there. But this is just the Lakers swan song, man. This is the fight for the season. So with that being said, let's go ahead and recap the games that we're taking today. We're taking Detroit plus 3.5 to go ahead and fight for that 3-1 lead. Obviously, Cleveland want to tie this up 2-2. I don't think Game 3 was a folly for Cleveland. I did expect Cleveland to win that game based on the fact that they're going to fight not to go down 3-0, and they do have the players that can withstand that type of scenario, superstars. But I just think the way Detroit plays, Detroit has a golden opportunity to go up 3-1. New York's already chilling. Not saying Detroit's looking ahead that far, but whoever's going to win this series wants to try to get it over with ASAP, because New York's chilling. They're hot. They're getting good rest. They're giving OG Anunoby time to recover, and I don't think that's a great thing if you're on the other side of that equation. Seeing this can go 7 easily. So Detroit has a golden opportunity to get ahead to try to catch up to New York, and Cleveland has a golden opportunity to get back in this series to tie it up going back to Detroit. Then we have the Lakers at home fighting for their season plus 11. It's tough, man. I know. Like I said, it's gonna be one of them ones you gotta go to the window holding your nose. You gotta open up the app, type whatever amount you're putting on the Lakers. You gotta just hope that LeBron get his guys riled up to fight for their season. Hopefully they got pride and they don't want to go out getting swept with LeBron in the locker room. It's not a good thing. I know it. I know it ain't. Trust me. I don't care what you say. Getting swept with LeBron as your teammate. I don't want to feel that, so I wouldn't want to feel that, shall I say? Like, I know me personally, if I'm nuts if I have a career like LeBron. Obviously, it ain't the greatest career, but getting swept is something that he tries to avoid by any means necessary. And so, for this to happen at 41, obviously, it's not the worst case scenario. He has a built-in excuse, but fans don't want to hear that now, and they definitely don't want to hear that 15, 20 years from now. So it is what it is. We're taking the Lakers plus 11. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Total Payout Podcast, chilling with your host Trouble. Today's date, May 11th, 2026. Like I said, we got 2 great games on deck, man. 2 great games on deck. Some pivotal games. So obviously, Lakers getting swept. And then you got the scenario with Cleveland, Detroit. Please give me a like, comment, and subscribe at the end of this video. I appreciate it. I do appreciate you guys giving me a couple minutes out your day today. And like I always say, man, please stay out the way. It's treacherous out there, man. Trying to see another day. You guys have a great, great, great day. Thank you.
Hey, Rick and Thad.